Oldsmobile. There is a special feeling at Oldsmobile. More than the luxury ride, it's a feeling of pride that you feel inside.
Well, welcome to the Oldsmobile Toronado. It's a 1988. We're going to be putting a new cluster into it. I got to take apart the whole dashboard, which has never been taken apart before. Use a Torx bit, which is I think this one's a T15. Yeah, T15 Torx bit. A little bit of an extension. And yeah, I guess we'll just start. Go ahead by taking off the top Torx bolts here, and then the bottom is held in by clips, so it's simple enough. And then you got to disconnect all the wiring behind here. So I got a flat tip screwdriver for this. I might need to get a smaller one though eventually, just in case if it's too tight. But yeah. There's two in front of the radio / climate control. Everything's pretty neatly compact underneath here. That's one thing Oldsmobile did a good job on, was, you know, in terms of their electronics, you know, and the way that they had them set up. 88's one of my especially favorite years, because this was one of the few years that got this really thick bun. When I had my 87 Toronado, it was these really thin chrome buns, and they would break super easily and wear out over time. Well, they stayed in pretty decent shape. This car has 112,000 miles, and it still looks brand new. So that's one thing they did good on, is that just everything stayed really, really super nice, even with a lot of wear and tear on them. Just with the wiring, kept up with that, because, you know, the wiring did not, unfortunately.
Trofeo, Trofeo.
It's a new generation and we want a new boat.
Sequential port, fuel injection, anti-lock brakes.
Days come and we want a new boat.
Visual information center, handles great.
This Oldsmobile is not our father's.
New generation for the sons and daughters.
Trofeo.
This is the new generation of Oldsmobile.
I don't know if anyone's wondering, I did disconnect the battery, because you don't want to work around electrical with the battery still on. Could ruin the electronics when trying to remove them. It should be a last top bolt. So we got this taken apart. Basically, after you remove the bolts, you just gotta pull on it really hard. Cross your fingers, it doesn't snap. I recommend pulling it on each side.
The bottom first.
Here.
Bottom first, you said? I think when you were doing it?
No, did it on the sides. I had to do it a little bit on the sides, like for up here.
Uh-huh.
But that's a thicker metal, or thicker plastic, because I think whoever tried pulling this before did it right here. And that's why it bent it a little bit, because it's really thin in this spot. So on the 90 through 92s, you can just pull this out and you'd be good to go. But the wise men at Oldsmobile decided that this was going to be integrated into it, and by that I mean it's going to be 4 bolts in the back. But I don't have time for that, so I'm going to use a screwdriver to get at it and to unplug it. So take that side and then come over on this side, which is, let's see here. Where is the lip for this? I don't feel the lip for the connector. Usually there's like a small lip. Oh, there it is. I think I should be able to. Yeah. So it's breaking. Let's see here. Let's try to bring it a little bit farther out here. I don't think I can because the wire's pretty much stretched to its limit. There we go. Just keep wiggling it back and forth. There we go. That's the first one off. The connector for it is over on this side. Of course, the side that you can't, touch. But it just helps with keeping it from rattling loose when you're on the road and whatnot. It's survived this many times. If you want, you can come over here because then you can see the headlight switch because you got to do that. So the headlight switch is the same situation except for you have two of them, and it gives you a little bit more room now that we remove this side. So I always do that side first. These ones have little tiny clips in them. You gotta sort of bring them back and forth. Always lift up in the center first, then the top, and then the bottom, and then it comes right loose. And we'll do the same for this one here. Middle, top, and then bottom. And it helps take it apart without breaking any of the connectors, without snapping them, and without ruining the tabs on there, which is a big mistake that people make. And it just slides on out to the right side. There you go. And here's your whole dashboard. It's not in bad shape. It's actually really good shape. Not bad at all. It's quite complex for a piece of plastic. It looks like they used several casts and glued them together. Even a little very thin metal piece up here to add some weight to it, keep its rigidity. And it's such a long piece. But it's nice. It's nicely done. Good job, Oldsmobile. So, come back into the car here and show you how to remove the cluster. Alright, so we're going to remove the cluster now. Just one bolt here, 3 across the top, and then 1 down here. That's why we grabbed the extension earlier, because it definitely comes in handy when doing this job.
Hey America, take a look at what we've got. Hey America, the 1990s just got by. This is not your father's Oldsmobile. This is new. This is you. This is not your father's Oldsmobile. This is the new generation of Olds. This is not your
I think that's it. It should just pull out now. Watch it not pull out. Pull it out. I know you want to. Do it. This one just came off and hit my leg. That's not good. Nothing smells burnt in there. I don't see any signs of leaking fluid or anything. But it could be inside the actual cluster itself. I don't know. Guess we'll see. Look back here. Throw this one in. We're gonna only do a test fit on this one. So I just want to see if this actually turns on or not. Put that in. It'll be the moment of truth. I got the battery loosely hooked up. If I have to, I'll hook it up all the way. But I just wanted to really just test this. So, put it in. Hey! Dude. So it was just a cluster. Oh, I can't silence the chime because I don't have it installed. off button. Dude, that's sick. Gas is like empty. Oil pressure. It's saying the oil pressure is low, but it's because the car's not on. Sick. I'm happy.
All right. I guess we'll assemble everything now because, you know, it actually works.